everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, girls, what do I have behind me?
A sukkah.
A sukkah. Soon we'll be celebrating the beautiful holiday, the beautiful Chag of Sukkot, my favorite Jewish festival. Will be here behind us in the sukkah. And the girls, are you going to decorate it?
Yeah.
It's considered a mitzvah, it's considered praiseworthy to decorate, to beautify the sukkah, because this is going to be our home for the next 7 days. It's considered where God's presence rests during the holiday of Sukkot. After the serious time of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippurim, we've had serious time, we've asked Hashem for a good new year, for a good judgment. Now it's the time to enjoy. This is a festival of great joy, great simcha. We enjoy, we feel God's embrace, and it's just a very special time. So come along with us, see how we decorate the sukkah, see how we celebrate Sukkot, and some yummy recipes to go along with it. Get that all mixed in together. Okay, don't be shy to give it a good mix. Make sure everything is well incorporated. And then, of course, we're going to get our delicious piece of salmon. I've got about 1 kilo here, just over a kilo. It's been washed. Of course, we've taken off the scales. It's nice, it's clean, it's ready to go. I'm seasoning it with some salt and a tiny bit of pepper. All right, you can choose to do that step or not. I always like to flavor at each level, at each stage. And then we're going to go in with our delicious marinade. Of course, you're going to want to make sure that the salmon is nicely covered from head to toe, or from, I guess, top of the piece to the bottom of the piece. So I'm just getting that sauce all over, and we're going to put that in the oven about 170 Celsius, not for long, really, maximum 20 minutes. You do not want this beautiful piece of salmon to dry out. And it's as easy as that. Out of the oven, 15-20 minutes later, and you're ready to serve your absolutely delicious salmon, and everybody will be impressed. Trust me. Our next recipe is going to be our incredible stir fry, very colorful, healthy, and absolutely delicious. So I had here some random cut of beef. Okay, it was a bit fatty, but that's okay. We're going to let it cook down, and then I'll cut it up into smaller pieces afterwards. I'm going to season it, and because we're feeding quite a few hungry people, I'm also going to add some minced chicken. It's actually turkey, now that I think about it. I had it in the freezer. I wanted to use it also to make this meal heartier. So we've got half turkey, half beef, and that's all going to go together. Just use whatever you have in your freezer or your fridge. I strongly believe in that. And we're going to make an absolutely delicious stir fry. So I'm seasoning with salt, pepper, paprika, chicken spice. Honestly, use whatever spices you like. That's what I have on hand. That's what I'm into, as we just said. So I'm going to give that a good season. Mix it around, and of course let our chicken and beef cook down for at least a good 10 minutes, or until you see that it is nice and evenly cooked through. So once our meat and chicken has cooked through, we're going to put it to the side, okay? Of course, keeping those juices as well. That's all the flavor in there, so definitely don't get rid of that. We're going to put that to the side. Next, of course, are our vegetables that make up this incredible stir fry. Use whatever you have. I'm trying to make it as colorful as possible, so I've got those beautiful purple onions. Saute them down, and you know what comes next, of course? The garlic. And then I'm going to use a nice variety here. I have all sorts of things. Okay, we've got our mushroom, pepper, carrots, cauliflower, green beans. Get that all mixed in, and you can see here it's beautiful, all the colors. And I remember once hearing a beautiful, colorful plate means a nice balanced meal. Unless, of course, it's a plate of M&Ms, then not so nutritious. But look at that beautiful stir fry, and of course, season at every aspect of your cooking should be seasoned. So a bit of salt and pepper, let that cook down on a low flame until your vegetables are soft. We're going to incorporate our veggies with our meat. And then I'm going to add the yummy sauces, just a bit of dark soy sauce. Again, go easy with that. A bit of sweet chili, mix that around, including all those delicious natural juices from your meat. Oh, it's going to be so delicious, so scrumptious. Serve it over rice, serve it over pasta, whatever you like. A completely winner of a dish. Highly recommended. I'm now going to show you our delicious dessert. Wow, my family loves this. We also had this to break our fast after Yom Kippur. Really, really good and very impressive, and if I may say, better than our bakery. So I've just put our yeast, instant yeast, into some warm water. We're setting that aside just to make sure our yeast is healthy and bubbling. Okay, of course, as always, all my recipes will be below in the description box. We're adding here, and these are our cinnamon scrolls, if you didn't realize, our flour, our salt, our sugar, getting that all mixed, our dry ingredients. And then we're going to go with our wet ingredients. We've got our butter and our milk. We're going to blast that in the microwave just to get that butter melted. We want to make sure it's not piping hot, but just warm. We do not want to kill our yeast. Okay, so our butter and milk, we're going to go, and you see here our foamy yeast. That means it is still good to go. And mix that all on there in together. Yeast is like a baby. It loves warmth and love. So don't make it too hot. Take care of your yeast. We're going to put our wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to make a nice dough. Your dough should not be too sticky. You should knead it for about 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm also adding an egg. And 5 minutes until you get a nice soft dough, not too sticky but also not dry. I did have to add a little bit of flour because my dough was a bit sticky, so don't be afraid to add a bit. Of course, you don't want it to completely dry out. And after 5 minutes of kneading and trying to get the bowl clean here, we're then going to oil our bowl, put our dough aside, and let it rest for about 20 minutes. Yes, that's right, not too long. We don't believe in crazy long recipes, so this dough is just going to have a short chance to rest before we roll it out. We've got our batter here that we're preparing for afterwards for the delicious part. As we see now, I'm putting some flour on our surface. Of course, we do not want our dough to stick. And we're getting ready to roll out that beautiful dough. It's just had time to rest, for the gluten to rest. So nothing too major. It hasn't got to rise. Do not worry. It will be okay. We are going to give him plenty time to rise. I'm going to roll out now to the biggest rectangle possible. Nice and big and fairly even. It doesn't have to be exact. Do not worry. You can see here I've spread it out quite thinly because we're going to roll it up. All right. And then we're going to get that butter that you saw earlier. I melted it. I'm spreading the butter all over my dough. Alternatively, you can just mix your butter with your sugar and your cinnamon. But I did it separately. It doesn't matter. You're getting the same result in the end. I'm putting our dark brown sugar on top, spreading it nice and evenly over our dough and our butter. And on top of that sugar, I've got my cinnamon, getting the kids involved. As you can see, the cute little hands. It's an amazing activity for the kids. So there's the cinnamon going over, that you have a nice ratio of butter and our dark sugar and our cinnamon. Don't be shy. Don't hold back. And now we are ready to roll. I'm going to roll it pretty tightly because we don't want our cinnamon scrolls to come undone. This is very aesthetically pleasing when it comes out nicely. So I've rolled it relatively tightly, and now I'm going to cut it into even circles, cylinders, whatever we call them, and we're going to get about 16 scrolls out of this by placing them evenly on our baking tray. We're going to give them a bit of distance apart, but you'll see as they rise, they're going to come together. That's cool. That's fine. We like that. They keep each other moist that way. So the trick now is we've got our oven on just the light, okay? Our oven is not hot. It's simply warm from the light being on. I'm going to put a piece of foil on top of it. We're going to let the dough rise just like that. The swirls rise in an oven that's on but not hot. And look at that. I let it rise for an hour. They've nicely buffed up in size. And then just going to take off that foil, put our oven to about 175 Celsius and let it cook for 20 minutes until golden. In the meantime, we're going to get our very simple glaze going. Today we're going to do a simple powdered sugar, milk and vanilla essence glaze. I'm not doing my cream cheese one because we want these to be able to stay out of the fridge, so we're staying away from the cream cheese one, but that's also a delicious frosting. This will just be a simple, sweet, delicious glaze that's going to go on the top of our warm buns. So these are warm out of the oven, and don't be afraid to get that glaze on straight away. Yes, it's going to be sticky, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be delicious. An absolute hit, and wow, look how beautiful. It's as simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the recipes and which one is your favorite and which one, of course, you're going to try and make yourselves. So soon we'll be lighting candles and bringing in the beautiful festival of Sukkot. I wish you all a happy one, a joyous one. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite recipe, what type of videos do you want to see, what do you enjoy. Please do let me know. Wishing you all a happy festival, connecting with each other, connecting with God. Zman Simchatenu, the time of our joy. Chag Sameach, everybody.